You keep chasing stars, lost in illusions, dreams and confusion. You keep chasing stars, keep falling faster, straight for disaster. Chasing
Good morning children. How are you all? Hope you are all doing safe and good. Children, today we are going to learn a new lesson in science. Today we are going to learn a new lesson in science. Unit 2, lesson number 2, states of matter. What is the lesson name children? States of matter. Do you know what is matter? I will tell you now. You can see around. Many things you can see. Everything you can see and touch made up of matter. Look here children. Here we can have sofa, fridge, birds, animals, sun, apple. So these are all the things around us. So we can see the things and we can touch. So whatever things we are seeing around and can touch is made up of matter. Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Now I will explain children. Listen carefully. Now what is this? It's a pencil box, right? It's a pencil box. Every day you are bringing to school, right? So what are all the things we can see inside children? Pen, eraser, sharpener, scale. So everything you can see inside. So the things that you can see inside this box is called a matter. Because you can touch. Yes children, you can touch. You can see. It's made up of matter. And one more thing, what is this? It's a pen. Now I am going to keep inside this box. Yes children, now this pen occupies some space. This pen occupies some space and has a mass. And has a mass. Yes children, it has weight. Yes. So the pen occupies some space and has mass is made up of matter. It's made up of matter. A substance which occupies space and has mass is called matter. What is mass? Mass is a measure of an object. Mass is a measure of an object of the matter. Mass is a measure of an object of the matter. The food we are taking, it has some amount in it. It is a amount of a mass. How much amount we are measuring? That is called a mass of an object. The air we breathe, the water we drink, how much amount of water we are drinking. So these are the mass. The air we breathe and water we drink and how much amount of water, how much liters of water we are drinking. So this is called mass. We have three states of matter. We have three states of matter. First of all, you must know what is state. What is state? State which represents the condition. State which represents the condition. What condition the matter looks like? In what condition the matter looks like? It is a physical condition. It is a physical condition. Depending upon the conditions of matter, it is differentiated into three forms. Matter can be exist in three states: solid, liquid and gas. So first, I am going to tell you about solid. What is solid? Solid, it is rigid in nature. It is rigid and it has fixed shape. It has fixed shape. It has fixed volume. So solid is rigid and it has fixed shape and fixed volume. And how can you say rigid? What is the meaning of rigid? Rigid means hard. It's a hard substance. It is a hard substance. Solid is a hard substance. It is tightly packed with one another. It is tightly packed with one another. So it is rigid in nature. Rigid means hard substance. So solid is rigid in nature. Now I will tell you some example. Apple is a solid, candle is a solid, and ball is a solid, and chalk piece is a solid. How can you say it is a solid? Because it is a hard substance. It is rigid in nature. It is rigid in nature. See, until I break, it won't change the shape. Until I break, it won't change the shape. So it is rigid in nature. So it is rigid. So it is tightly packed with one another. Tightly packed with one another. So it is very hard. So it is a rigid substance. So we can say it is solid. And it has fixed volume. And it has fixed shape. And it has fixed shape. I told you already. Until I break the substance, it won't change the shape. So it is a fixed shape. So these are all the main things of a solid. So what did I say, children? It is rigid. Solids are rigid. That means hard substance and tightly packed with one another. So it is hard. So it is rigid. And it has fixed volume. The volume does not change. It has fixed volume. It has fixed shape. Until I break, it won't change the shape at all. So it has fixed shape. Next, we are going to see about liquid. Now, I will tell you some examples of liquids. Water, milk, juice, honey and oil. Water, milk, juice, honey and oil. So these are all the examples of liquids. Now we are going to learn about the properties of liquids. Properties of liquids. It is not rigid. It is not rigid. It has no fixed shape. No fixed shape. It has fixed volume. It has fixed volume. So first point is not rigid. What is the meaning of not rigid? Because the molecules of the liquid is loosely packed. The molecules of the liquids are loosely packed. So that is why we can say not rigid. Wherever you pour the liquid, it will be flow. So what is the reason, children? The molecules of the liquids are loosely packed. Loosely packed. So it is not rigid. So it is not rigid. It has fixed volume. It has fixed volume. So the volume will not change. No fixed shape. No fixed shape. Yes, I will show one example, children. I took one tumbler full of water. Now I am going to pour into the water bottle. Yes, children. Now, can you differentiate this shape? Yes. So, this tumbler is different shape and this bottle is cylinder shape. Yes, children. So, first I kept some water in the tumbler. Now, afterwards I pour it in the water bottle. Now, the shape of the liquid becomes cylinder. The shape of the liquids become cylinder. Yes, children. The shape of the liquid determined by the shape of the container. So, no fixed shape for the liquid. No fixed shape for the liquid. The shape of the liquid determined by the shape of the container. Let me say again the properties of liquids. What we have learnt in liquid, children? It is not rigid and it has fixed volume and no fixed shape. Not rigid, it has fixed volume and no fixed shape. Suppose if I transfer the water into the fish tank, now the shape of the liquid will be rectangle shape. So that is why the shape of the liquid determined by the shape of the container. We have different types of liquids based on the stickiness. First one, greasy, sticky, watery liquid and thick liquid. So greasy, sticky, watery and thick. So example of greasy liquid is oil and then sticky liquid is detergent. Watery liquid is milk or juice. Thick liquid is honey. Now let us see about gases. Now we will see some properties of gas. First, it is not rigid. It has no fixed shape and no fixed volume. It is not rigid in nature, no fixed shape, no fixed volume. Not rigid in nature, no fixed shape, no fixed volume. Not rigid in nature because the molecules in gas is very loosely packed. Molecules in gases are very loosely packed. So it can move any direction. It can move any direction easily. It can move and it can spread anywhere. So it is not rigid in nature. It has no fixed shape because very loosely packed. That is why it can move any direction. So does not have fixed shape. Next, no fixed volume. So due to this loosely packed, it does not have any volume. It does not have fixed volume. I will tell you one example, children. And do you know that when you spray in the room, the fragrance will be move around in the room. So you can smell the fragrance in the room. Why? What is the reason? Because the molecules in the gas are loosely packed. So it can move freely. It can move any direction. So you can smell in the room. You can smell the fragrance in the room. Some examples of gases are LPG, cloud, wind, oxygen, carbon dioxide and spray. So these are all the examples for gas. Now we will see the change in the states of matter. Now we will see the change in the states of matter. So before we have seen states of matter. Before we have seen states of matter. We will see what changes will occur in the states of matter. What changes will occur in the states of matter. Matter changes states depending upon the temperature. Matter changes states depending upon the temperature. If the temperature changes, the matter of the states will be changed. If the temperature changes, the matter of the states will be changed. How it will be changed? So from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to liquid and liquid to solid. So this is the way the temperature changes, the states of the matter also will be changed. We will see what are all the process of changing will occur. Now we will see what are all the process of changing will occur. So first we will see melting. First we will see melting.
I am going to show you an experimental video for melting. How the change will occur from solid to liquid. Now I am going to take a solid. What is this? This is a example for solid, which is a ice block. I am going to heat the ice block. I place this ice block in a hot pan. See what happens? Suddenly it turning into liquid. Can you see that? So this is the change of solid into liquid by heating is called melting. So ice block is a example of solid because it is rigid, and while keeping it in a hot pan, it is turning into liquid. See how slowly it's turning into liquid. So this is the process. What is melting? It is a change of solid into liquid by heating. Is called melting. Next I am going to show another experiment for melting. I am going to take another solid, which is a butter. How many of you like butter? I am going to keep this butter in a hot pan. We'll see what change will occur. See, it's turning into liquid. Butter is melting. While I am heating the pan, the butter which is melting. See, it's slowly turning into liquid. Can you see that? How it looks like as a solid, and if it turn into liquid means how the nature of the shape will change. So this is the process of melting. Change of solid into liquid by heating.
So do you know what is melting? The change of solid into liquid by heating. So this is called melting. The change of solid into liquid by heating. So this is called melting. Next process is evaporation. Next process is evaporation. How the change will occur?
Here I am going to show you an experimental video for evaporation. What you are seeing in this? Milk. Milk is an example for liquid. In evaporation process, change of liquid into vapor by heating. Now I am going to heat the milk. We'll see what change will come. In evaporation, change of liquid into vapor by heating. So I am going to heat the milk. See, after few minutes, milk is boiling. Can you see that vapors are coming out from the milk? So this is the change of liquid into vapor is called evaporation by heating. In evaporation and melting, heating will occur.
How the change will occur? A change of liquid into vapor due to heat. A change of liquid into vapor due to heat. Yes, vapor is a gas. Vapor is a gas. So, a change of liquid into gaseous state. A change of liquid into gaseous state. The next process we are going to see is freezing. The next process we are going to see is freezing.
I am going to show you an experimental video for freezing. What is the process? Change of liquid into solid by cooling. This process is called freezing. What is this? This is a bowl. I am going to pour some water. Water is example for liquid. I am going to place the bowl in freezer for few hours. We'll see what change will occur. After few hours, I am going to take this bowl. See how it changed. It changed into a ice cube. Ice cube is an example for solid. So this is the change. In freezing, change of liquid into solid by cooling. So this change will occur in freezing.
Yes, what change will occur in this? A change of liquid into solid by cooling. So you will be getting the freezing process. So what is freezing, children? What is the process of freezing? A change of liquid into solid due to cooling. A change of liquid into solid due to cooling. So this is called freezing. This is called freezing. Next we will see condensation process. Next we will see condensation process. What is condensation? A change of gas into liquid by cooling. A change of gas into liquid by cooling. So this process is called condensation. So what is condensation, children? A change of gas into liquid by cooling. So this is the last process.
I'll show you an example for condensation process. I have taken a boiled water in a vessel. See, the vapors are coming out from the boiled water. Now what I am going to do is, I'll just take the plate and cover the vessel and wait for few minutes. In condensation, what change will occur? Change of vapor into liquid by cooling. Here, the room temperature is cooler than the boiled water. See, some tiny droplets are forming over the plate. Can you see some droplets over the plate? So this is the change. Change of gas into liquid by cooling. See, can you see some water droplets? Water droplets are the liquids. So vapor is changed into liquid. In condensation, change of gas into liquid by cooling.
What we have learned so far in this session, children? So first we have learned the states of matter, solid, liquid and gas. Next we have gone through the properties of solid, properties of liquid and properties of gas. And the next we have seen change in states of matter. The next we have seen change in states of matter. So first what we have seen? First thing melting. So first thing melting. Second thing is evaporation. Evaporation. First melting. Next evaporation. Third one freezing. Third one freezing. Fourth one condensation. So this all process we have seen in a experimental method. Yes, children, could you understand? Yes. Now you just go through the textbooks also. You just read one more time. So you will be getting a clear idea about this states of matter. Okay, children, do well, be safe. Thank you, children.